you finding a slice, a ball that goes weak off to right field, constantly cuts the ball off to the right? Hi, I'm Jim McLean, and we're going to talk about the slice. Why does that ball curve and go weak to the right? Well, let me tell you, it's one thing, club face. You have to have the club face open in order to hit a slice, and it has to be open to your club path. If I swung enough to the right with an open club face, it would just go straight to the right. But if I swing across my line with the club face open, I'm going to cut the golf ball. Now, for most people that slice, the club face rotates open in the backswing. That means you get a big cup in the left wrist, and that opens the club face, and it hangs, we call toe down, this way, or worse, even more open than that, which would be great if you were hitting a bunker shot, but not a big shot. It's going to be weak and high and off to right field. So if I get the club face really open on my backswing, I will just hit this easy so I won't hit it as hard. It won't go as high. But when I cut across it, you're going to see it's going to peel off to right field. I hope you could see that. So my divot went quite a bit to the left and the ball ended up to the right. Now once I start missing the ball to the right on the golf course, well then I'm going to make some adjustments. And the adjustments are going to be all wrong. I'm going to move the ball more forward so I can swing more left. I'm going to turn my shoulders more open. And I'm going to take the club a little more outside so I can start the ball more to the left. So that would look this way. If I'm aiming out at the red pin there, now I would put the ball more forward, open my body, slice it, swing across it, and slice the ball back to my target. But the corrections I just made are going to make it worse. I'm going to slice the rest of my life. So the fix has to be from setup, your beginning position. So we cannot have the ball way forward in our stance. That's an automatic open shoulders deal. So when my ball's forward, my shoulders will be left. I can't do that. I've got to move the ball back in more to the center of my stance, and I've got to square up my shoulders. I've got to turn them back. One nice little tip that I learned from Venturi when we worked together a lot, I actually taught with him down in Marco Island, Florida, was to take the right hand and put it on your right pocket, and then without moving your shoulder, kind of come from underneath and put your right arm on the club. So that looks like this. Get my setup, then I just put my arm behind me and bring back around to get my shoulders more parallel, at least to my target line, not pointed off to right field. The next thing you have to do is check your grip. Make sure that you don't have a weak grip. That would be your hand and forearm turned to the left, the club up in the palm of the hand. That will really open the club face up on your backswing. So get the club down in your fingers of your left hand. And if you need to correct that hook for sure, then turn it a little bit more, maybe 3 knuckles on your left hand, and that will put the V between my thumb and the top of my hand over to my right shoulder. And that will really help you square up that club face. So now we move the ball back in our stance to the center. I'm going to make sure the club face is square. When I take the club away, I'm not going to roll that club face open in my backswing and get that toe way down at the top of my swing. I'm not going to do that. So to counteract that, I'm going to keep that club face a little more low and inside and the face down a little bit, which also tends to flatten that left wrist on my backswing. That's going to help me tremendously to get rid of that slice right away. So from those 2 simple things, ball back and take the club down this way on my backswing, that's a quick out to get that club face square at the top. Once you've got it square, then you can hit some nice powerful iron shots that are going to go good. Now lastly, let's say you're a good player or you're hitting the ball really well, but you have to hit a fade. What would be the things you do to encourage a fade? Make sure you're going to hit a guaranteed fade. Remember this, for the guaranteed fade, get the ball a little more forward. Stand a little closer to the golf ball. That's going to help me get the club a little more up and down. So I'm going to stand in a little closer, ball's a little forward. I'm going to take the club a little more out on my backswing, encouraging a divot that goes more to the left. And then finally, when I start down, I'm going to turn quick through the ball. If I slow things down with my body, I could still mess up and hit a straight ball or maybe even a draw. I want to make sure I turn my body fast. Now, if you're struggling with that slice or that cut, use these ideas that we just talked about. Go right through them, 1, 2, 3, and I'm certain you're going to eliminate that slice and hit much better iron shots.